YouTube? Welcome to Geek Shh. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Satechi USB4 NVMe SSD Enclosure, which is an external enclosure that takes on the same form factor as the M4 Mac Mini. Now in the box, we have the unit itself and some manuals, as well as a miniature screwdriver, which is low-key childish, but it gets the job done. So I went ahead and popped in a SN850X so we could go ahead and do a quick speed test. Now this unit is 40 gigabits per second. So that basically gives you a ceiling of 4,000 megabytes per second, which we are indeed in range of. Now let's make things a little interesting by doing a stress test where I send this 649 gig folder from the drive over to my internal drive, and then from my internal drive back on over to the drive so we can monitor how hot the drive gets in this particular enclosure. So the entire stress test took about 11 minutes in total, and within those 11 minutes, we saw the drive reach temperatures as high as 92 degrees Celsius. So after the stress test, I unplugged the enclosure and put the heat gun on it so you can see the difference in temperatures from the side that doesn't have the drive in comparison to the side that does. Now the drive reaches those temps because there is no fan or anything that helps accelerate natural heat dissipation. Let me give you an example. Now this is an enclosure from the in-house brand of Micro Center. It's also 40 gigabits per second with no fan. Now this enclosure gets hot. I mean hot to the point you don't even want to touch it for long. But what it also does is keep the drive cool. The same stress test that we did earlier can be done in this enclosure in under 7.5 minutes, and it keeps the drive under 80 degrees Celsius. Now it's able to accomplish that by transferring the heat that the NVMe drive produces to the thermal pad, and then from the thermal pad to this metal shimmy, which makes contact with the enclosure that causes it to heat up quickly, and then the rigid design helps naturally dissipate the heat, which in turn keeps the drive cool. Now the problem with the Satechi is that it doesn't have that or a fan. It's just an NVMe drive with a thermal pad on top, which causes the heat to just fester. Now, under normal use, you should be fine. It's a compact design that looks good on top of the M4 Mac Mini, and you could easily throw it in a backpack and go. But for anything that puts stress on the drive, you might want to look for something else. This is DeMarco Payne for Geek Shh. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with y'all on the next one.